Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I wanted to share my best tips and tricks for keeping your skin hydrated and comfortable in the colder winter months. So if you're like me and you live in the Northeast or the northern part of the country or anywhere in the world really where you have winter, you know that once the air gets colder and the heat comes on in your house that the humidity can drop way down and really affect your skin. Our skin is the largest organ on our body and most of us spend a lot of time taking care of the skin of our faces, but not so much time taking care of the skin on the rest of our bodies. Your skin actually functions best at a relative humidity between 35 and 50%. And so when it's winter time and the heat comes on, your indoor humidity can drop to 30 or even 20%, and that is not healthy for your skin. When that happens, your skin suffers from excess TOOL, which is transepidermal water loss, and so your skin just releases more water into the air and makes it more dry, more prone to eczema, more prone to itching and calling attention to itself. I mean, I remember a few years ago, I was folding laundry and my skin was so dry that even my finger pads were like rough and scaly, and it was getting like kind of weirdly caught on all the fabrics. And I was like, oh my gosh, my poor skin, this is really, really a bad winter. And after that, I decided to make a few changes to my home environment as well as how I take care of my skin during the winter. And these changes have made such a difference in my skin. I try to keep the humidity levels in my house higher by adding humidifiers. I also take a supplement that helps to keep my skin hydrated from the inside out. And I've changed how I bathe, how I shower, the moisturizers that I put on my skin. And the whole combination of everything has really, really worked to keep my skin really glowy and really healthy and really like just not calling attention to itself like it used to be. One of the biggest changes that I made was to buy a couple of humidifiers. Now, I prefer the big console type that hold like 5 to 6 gallons of water because then you don't have to be refilling them all the time. You don't have to be washing it all the time. I have one in my bedroom, one in my living room, and they each cover about 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. And so they keep the humidity in my house at a really constant level of about 35 to 40%. So these guys are great. They hold about 5 or 6 gallons of water apiece. So I only have to fill them each about once a day. You also have to put a little water additive in these to keep bacteria from growing in the water. And you need to change the wicks about once a season. This is where I spend about 20 out of every 24 hours. So I want this environment to be the optimal humidity for my skin, and it's really worked. Now, if you work in an office, obviously you can't control the humidity there, but you should definitely get a humidifier for your bedroom since you're going to be spending a lot of time there. But as an investment, I mean, each of these humidifiers cost around $100. But if you think of all the money that you've spent on skin creams and everything else that don't help your skin as much as this investment will, it really is an investment in your skin. Plus, these are going to last you a few years. Like this one in my living room, I've had this for at least 5 or 6 years. So if you break that down by the year, that's only like $25 a year. That's less than you would spend on the average bottle of moisturizer, right? So these are really a great investment in your health and also in the overall health of your skin. So I'll link my models below the video. I think these are by far the best, and they're the ones that I use and that I swear by. Another great change that I made that I feel has really had a huge effect on my skin is that I added a phytoceramide supplement. So I take this once a day. I start taking it in about September and I take it through to March. I don't really find that I need it during the summer because it's so humid here in the summer. These contain plant ceramides, and ceramides are fatty lipids that keep our skin moisturized and are naturally occurring in our skin. And of course, as you get older, your skin produces less and less ceramides. I really feel that this can help a lot from the inside. Because it does replace some of the ceramides that we've lost in our skin. There's 30 capsules in here. These are wheat-based ceramides. If you're allergic to wheat, don't take these. You can find rice-based ceramides that you can take, but I've been taking this brand for years and I pretty much just buy 6 bottles of it. I start taking it in September. I find that it does take a couple of months for it to build up in my system enough for me to really feel the difference in my skin. So that's why I start taking them before the heat comes on. But you could start taking them now, and I'm sure it will make a little bit of a difference in your skin before winter's over. All right, let's talk about the skin of our bodies next. Keeping the body skin really comfortable and more hydrated starts in how you bathe it. So if you're used to taking like a long hot shower, that can also dry out your skin. The hotter the water, the more that heat dissolves the oils on the surface of your skin, and that's one way that your skin stays naturally hydrated is it produces oils, and that's one way that it keeps that transepidermal water loss from happening. But if you take a hot shower with a harsh soap, it's going to strip your skin, it's going to strip all those oils off, and it's going to dry out your skin. So it's always recommended that you turn the temperature of your water down a little bit when you're in the shower. I mean, I am one who loves a warm shower, but I have turned my shower temperature down a little bit just so it doesn't strip my skin. Then the other thing that you can do is switch your soap so that you're not using something that's full of harsh detergents. That is also going to strip your skin. I use a plant-based body wash called Bod Pods. These are single-use body wash pods. They happen to be invented by my dad, and I think they are a wonderful product. These don't contain any soaps or harsh detergents. They don't contain any sulfates. They don't contain anything that is going to strip or dry your skin. They're very hydrating. And since I switched over to these, my skin has been so much more comfortable than using the old body wash that I used to use. And these are really cool because the company's focus is on helping the planet to reduce plastic waste in the trash stream. So this whole bag, I know it sounds like it's plastic, but it's not. This is actually a biodegradable film, and the zipper is even biodegradable. The inks are plant-based inks, and so this whole thing, if you were to compost it, would be just gone from the face of the earth in like 6 months. And then what you get inside here are these little single-use pods that contain enough body wash for one person. So this also helps you to use less body wash, and I feel like using less body wash will help your skin to stay more hydrated, because if you're using like a whole handful of, a big foaming detergent filled body wash, it's going to strip your skin more than using just a little bit of body wash. The Bod Pods are great. They come in fragrance free and fragrance. I've talked to you guys about them before. They're a great product. I think I might have a discount code with them for either 10 or 20% off. I'll check, and if I do, I'll put it in the info box below the video. Now, to get the best lather out of these, I use it with this nylon washcloth, and this is great for making your skin feel and look so much better during the winter. This really helps to exfoliate your skin in the shower, and exfoliating is so important in keeping your skin feeling comfortable, because what happens in the winter is that the turnover of your skin cells slows down. It also slows down as you age. And so the more the dead skin on the surface piles up, the more your skin looks dull and flaky, and you have all those little skin flakes on top. So the more that you can get those skin flakes off, the better. So I just use this every time I shower. The other thing is, if you can avoid it, don't shower every single day. You can get away with not washing every day if you haven't worked out and you're not smelly, Or if you do need to shower every day, then you can just wash like your smelly bits, like your armpits, your crotch, your bottoms of your feet. Let most of your skin go without lathering up the main parts of your skin that aren't really dirty, and that can really help your skin a lot. Then once you get out of the shower, it's really important to moisturize right away. So you want to pat yourself dry, but you don't want to be like rubbing. You don't want to wait until your skin's totally dry. You want to lock in that water onto the surface of your skin with a nice occlusive moisturizer. The one that I've been recommending to you guys for years is from Alpha Skincare. It's their Renewal Body Lotion. This is where I also get my alpha hydroxy acid, that exfoliant, into my body skincare routine. So this is a 12% glycolic acid, and the nice thing about glycolic acid is that in addition to exfoliating, it's also been shown to be moisturizing to the skin. So you're getting like double moisturizing with this one, because the glycolic acid does the moisturizing. And also the other ingredients in here are very moisturizing. It's got petrolatum, it's got glycerin, it's got urea. This is just a powerhouse moisturizer. And if you have crepey skin, try using this on it and you'll see such a difference in your skin after you've used it for about 3 months. It is amazing. I have no crepey skin ever anymore, and it's mainly because of this lotion. Now, it doesn't come with this on it. This is a separate pump that I steal off of another product. You can get it off of anything that is roughly the same size. So I use this body lotion every other time that I lotion my body. I alternate it with the Versed Press Restart Gentle Retinol Body Lotion. I love this one too. This is really giving me like that double whammy for body skincare that's going to keep my body looking less wrinkled, looking less crepey, looking just less old in general. So this one is awesome, but so is this one. This one is a little bit lighter weight, but still a really, really nice formula. It rubs in more quickly, it dries back more quickly, but it contains retinol, which is, you know, the gold standard of anti-aging ingredients. And so it's great to have it in a skincare lotion. Last part of the body that really needs special attention is your hands. Like I said in the beginning, even the fronts of my hands were so dry, but in addition to that, my nail beds, my cuticles were always peeling, my nails were always breaking, my hands looked twice as old. It was terrible. So I've done all those things that I just talked about, plus I moisturize my hands at least 3 or 4 times during the day, especially if I've just had them in water. If I'm doing dishes and I'm using hot water, I wear rubber gloves. That is like the best thing that you can do for your hands if you wash dishes, is wear rubber gloves. Now, obviously you wash your hands a few other times during the day. I just have put hand lotion next to my hand soap in the bathroom. I've also switched up my bathroom hand soap. I stopped buying hand soaps that were full of harsh detergents that would strip my skin and really dry out my hands. Now I use these a la Maison hand soaps. They are an olive oil and argan oil based soap, and they have made such a difference in my hands. You wash your hands with this and your hand skin just feels so comfortable. I mean, the ingredients in here are so good. It's filtered water, coconut oil, olive oil, vegetable glycerin, argan oil, vitamin E, and some fragrance. And that's it. I buy these in like a 3-pack off of Amazon. I can link these below the video. I'll link everything below the video as always for you guys, but this has been just so amazing. And then right next to it at the sink, I put a hand lotion. And I have a few different ones at my sinks around the house, but the one I wanted to talk about today is my favorite hand lotion that I use at night. So in addition to washing my hands with a milder soap and then moisturizing them after I wash them, then at night I give them a really thick occlusive moisturizer. The one I use is the Kiehl's Ultimate Hand Salve, and I love this, and it just keeps my hands just feeling so much better. So it's kind of like the last step of my skincare routine. And this is a really thick hand cream. I mean, this is like some serious stuff here. I especially rub it into my nail beds and my cuticles, making sure to get those, and then the rest of the skin of my hands. And this just keeps my hands feeling so moisturized all night long. I wake up in the morning, my skin isn't dry. My nails have been less brittle every winter since I started using this. I don't end up with like hangnails and peeling around the edges of my nails. 60-year-old hands that do a lot of work, they actually don't look terrible. All right, now let's talk about the face and the neck. A lot of the things that I've said that apply to the body also apply to the face. So your face skin, of course, will benefit from the more humid air. Your face skin will benefit from taking the phytoceramides. Your face skin will benefit from washing it with cooler water and gentler cleanser. I think it's best to do a double cleanse. It's much gentler for your skin. It doesn't strip your skin of the oils that are on the surface, like we talked about before. If you wear makeup, if you have eye makeup that is hard to remove, my number one suggestion is to get yourself an oil-based cleanser or an oil-based cleansing balm. So 2 of my favorites are this Grace and Stella F Balm This Works. This is an oil-based balm cleanser, and this one is really greasy, but it really breaks up makeup. When I rub this in at the base of my eyelashes to get my mascara off, it gets it off, but it doesn't irritate my eyes and it doesn't strip my skin. So I love that one. I also love the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm, but this is like greasier feeling. So I feel like for the drier winter months, this is definitely a better way to go. And then another oil-based cleanser that I love is the Hada Labo Gokujun Cleansing Oil. I use this when I don't have so much makeup on, just like to get my sunscreen off, because oil will break up sunscreen. So you don't need a harsh detergent to get your tenacious sunscreen off. You just need a cleansing oil. Now, a lot of people I've heard from are like, yeah, but that oil leaves like a film over my eyes and my vision's blurry. And yeah, it does that to everybody. So you just need a really mild cleanser to just kind of get the oil off then. So for that, I've been using the Derma E Sensitive Cleanser. This contains pycnogenol and aloe, so it's very soothing for the skin. Another really great cleanser that you can use on your face is the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. Now this is like super inexpensive, but it's a great product. It doesn't foam up and it contains ceramides, so it's going to start replacing those ceramides, those fatty lipids in your skin while you wash your face. So these are two really great products to do your second cleanse with. Now, during this time of year, if your skin has gotten more sensitive, which it might because the skin's barrier is impaired a little bit, then you might want to back off on using some of your more aggressive skincare acids. So usually I tell you when your skin is slightly damp is the perfect time to put on your tretinoin, your retinol, your vitamin C, because your skin is more absorbent and you'll get more of that active ingredient into your skin and do more anti-aging, right? Well, sometimes that's not the best, because if your skin is feeling a little bit sensitive, a little prickly, then winter is the perfect time to back off of those things a little bit. So let's say that you're using your tretinoin every night and your vitamin C every morning, but your skin is peeling and unhappy. It's okay to drop back to using them every other night or every third night or even just once a week, just to get you through the roughest part of the winter. If your skin is really dry and your skin's barrier is really impaired, you need to listen to your skin. It's definitely a time that you can take a little bit of a break from those things. Your skin isn't going to suddenly look 20 years older, as long as you're still using those things once or twice a week, but it'll just be so much happier and look so much better if you do back off those things a little bit. And so if your skin is feeling super dry and not hydrated, I would skip the tretinoin and just go right into rapid firing on some really nice moisturizers. People write in and ask me all the time, how long should I wait in between steps? Or they tell me that they're waiting 15 minutes between each step of their skincare routine and it's taking them an hour to get their skincare on. And I'm like, what? An hour? Your skin has had so much time to dry out by then that you're not locking in the moisture. So one of the ones that I use a lot in my evening skincare routine, and that can be a great addition to your skincare routine if you're not using it, is Maylove's The Hydrator. This contains panthenol and resveratrol, and resveratrol is an antioxidant, and panthenol is a B vitamin that really helps to hydrate your skin, and it's so lightweight and fluid. It's not quite watery texture, but it just feels so nice on the skin and it's so hydrating. It really feels great, and I love just putting it on at night after I put on, say, my tretinoin, but before my moisturizer. And then you're going to top it off with a really emollient night cream. So two of my favorites for that are the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Fragrance-Free Face Cream or the Olay Regenerist Ultra Rich. So this looks pretty much the same as the regular Olay Regenerist, but this is like an extra heavy night cream that they came out with a few years ago, and I love this one. I love these both. They're both very, very hydrating. This one's a little bit greasier feeling. This one's a little less greasy feeling, but this one feels more soothing to my skin. So if your skin is like on fire, sometimes how it feels like that, I would go with the Ultra Rich over the e.l.f., but they're both really great night creams. And for those of you who have really, really, really dry skin and just a regular, one of these super hydrating night creams still isn't going to be enough, then you can try something called skin slugging, which is that you're going to take something really occlusive like a petrolatum, or the product I like for this is the CeraVe Skin Renewing Gel Oil, and you're just going to coat up your whole face and your neck with that for when you go to sleep. And that is just going to really lock everything in onto your face all night. It can get a little messy, especially if you're a side sleeper. That will, kind of get into your pillowcase a little bit. But if you sleep on your back, that will just create this barrier on your skin that will let less water escape and will keep all your hydrating ingredients in. So I love this one because it does contain ceramides, and so it is feeding your skin with those ceramides that are so important. The other thing to use is if your skin has been irritated, you can also try the Derma E Eczema Relief Cream. This is awesome on stingy, burny, irritated skin. So in the morning routine, the heavier moisturizer that I'm using for morning currently is this Pacifica Vegan Ceramide Cream. So this is a barrier repair cream, and this has ceramides in it, and the ceramides are those fatty lipids. Again, they're going to help to repair that barrier and help it to function better and keep the water in. I love this one because it feels so hydrating, but yet it doesn't feel greasy on my skin, so it's perfect for using in the morning. It dries a little bit more matte feeling, but it's still really, really hydrating, and it feels so much more hydrating than something like the CeraVe PM lotion, which is really a lightweight lotion. Then the other thing that you can do during the day is you can switch your sunscreen to a more hydrating sunscreen. So I have been talking to you guys about the Undefined R&R since I discovered it last summer, but this has really been perfect for my skin this winter because it's not drying. So many of the other sunscreens that I recommend to you guys can be a little bit drying because they set up matte, they're very lightweight. So I find the R&R to be the most hydrating of the sunscreens that I use. I don't like something that's super greasy and super emollient. There are plenty of sunscreens out there that fall into that category, but for me, I like something that's not going to be greasy because I am going to put makeup on over it. But this is just very, very hydrating feeling on my skin. It's got squalane in it, which is like a dry oil. And so it just works so beautifully with my makeup, and it keeps my skin so comfortable. Of course, the other sunscreen that I use that is hydrating is the EltaMD UV Elements sunscreen. If you have even drier skin, then you might like the EltaMD UV Restore sunscreen. That one has more oils in it and is much, much more emollient than the UV Elements. Of course, the very last step at night is to put something on your lips so that your lips stay hydrated. Of course, the skin of your lips doesn't have any oil glands in it, and so it's very different skin from your regular skin, and it gets so dry so fast you can end up with chapped lips in a heartbeat. So it's best to keep them coated with something occlusive. The thing I use night and day is the Laneige lip sleeping mask. So I use the one in the pot at night, and I use the one in the little tube during the day, and these are just so good. My lips rarely feel dry, they never feel chapped, and this is the one thing that I put it on my lips at night, and in the morning I can still feel it on there. All right, you guys, so that is everything that I had to share with you in today's video. Those were all my best tips and tricks for how to keep the skin of your entire body, including your face, your hands, everything hydrated and comfortable this winter. So I hope you found the tips helpful and informative. Everything that I mentioned will be linked in the info box below the video for quick and easy shopping. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.